So we're continuing with All-Star Comics number 4 from March, April 1940, and this is Hawkman. California, here I come. Those big aviation plants on the coast are my job to keep spies out of them and prevent the designs of our new speedy planes from being stolen. Here's the United States' new flying fortress, biggest and fastest bomber ever built. Inside the bomber, motor sputtering. That's not the motor, it's gas. Gas is escaping somewhere. Sleep overtakes the occupants of the plane. I'll be honest, I don't like this artwork. Not at all. The flying fortress, out of control, goes into a power dive headed for certain destruction. The Hawkman grabs the wing and straightens the plane out of its dive. My belt of ninth metal, which resists the pull of gravity, may save the ship yet. The Hawkman enters the bomber. She's leveled off now. Wonder why those men... hey, they're asleep. Gassed. They've been gassed. I'll bring the ship down and find out what doped these men. Far below the ship is a mighty steel cable net, and I can't understand it. The plane started for the net and then zoomed away. Looked to me like a huge bird stopped it, but that's crazy. We're all set to catapult the entire plane with its inventor inside. Now we've been balked again. Capture, not catapult. The men drive away. Just like what happened in Detroit and New England. Did you hear about it? Yeah, all our agents there were rounded up by the FBI, and a man with strange powers calling himself Dr. Fate. The flying fortress lands further on. Now what happened? We were flying a test flight when a gas filled the inner compartment, drugging us. I don't know who you are, but you saved our lives. The country can't afford to lose men like yourself. They searched the plane. A time gas fixed to operate when all men were in the air. I'll take it along to test, and in the meantime, I'll take a look at the place where the ship was supposed to land. I thought so. A net to catch the plane. Spies sure are at work here. Why, that'd be some great timing if they could gas the pilot and have it land right on that net. Shira Sanders, friend of Carter Hall, who is the Hawkman, learns he is on important work. So, a Justice Society meeting, and I'm left out of the fun. Well, we'll see about that. If I can't help him, I'll take a vacation. California. I always wanted to visit Hollywood. En route to the Golden State. Why, there he is now, Mr. Hawkman himself. Now, how can I attract his attention? Shira seizes a parachute. Stop, miss, you can't. Just watch me, honey. It worked. Now help me, Hawkman. I think Lois Lane would just skip the parachute. If that isn't Shira, I'll eat my gravity belt. Gosh, the parachute, it won't open. Meanwhile, at spy headquarters, strange men, one a human bullet, the other being with queer powers, have broken my strength in the east. You must work fast, or else. That was our leader. We'll stage an armed raid on the aviation plant at once. Come to Papa. I think I'll get my money back on this parachute. I was on my way to Hollywood when I saw you. As long as you're here, you'll do some work. He takes her to the Aviation Research Department. Mr. Finney will allow you to find, if you can, what gas it was that knocked him out him and the pilot, using all the equipment of my laboratory. The work of the spies continues. Shoot down the guards, get the plans for the flying fortress, and get away. The attack begins. Some of you men circle the building. Still at work, Shira hears shots and, Hawk, wake up, I hear shooting. Awakened by Shira, the Hawk rushes to the window. Uh-oh, a raid by armed spies. Swooping down like some gigantic bird, the Hawkman single-handed attacks the gray-shirted spies. Okay, that art's not that bad. And I kind of like that punch there. A fistful of knuckles is always a good argument. Striking like a cat, the Hawkman routs the panic-stricken spies. Knock, knock, who's there? The Hawkman. America owes you a debt for this, whoever you are. Skip it. I haven't finished my job yet, but I soon will. I need a little more information. Ah, there's one of the spies now. The Hawkman seizes a fleeing gray shirt. Come here, my obnoxious friend. Leave me alone, please. Help. And wrings a confession from him. I know where their district headquarters are now, and thanks to this fellow. We'll take care of him and the rest. How about getting your riot squad together and rounding up these warlike gray shirts? I'll have my men here in 5 minutes. And just to make sure they don't fly the coop, I'll be there. The Gray Shirt headquarters. I can't imagine what's keeping them, unless they ran into trouble. They ought to be back by now. They did run into trouble. That trouble was me, an escaped loony. I want to make sure I get in my licks before the police arrive, so here goes. Well, the Hawkman wrecks the Gray Shirt's headquarters. Shira is busy with her research work. This is the most unusual gas I have ever come across. Say, maybe it's a new gas. Gases. Claver. Gas invented by Fritz Claver of Toledo. Wonder who he is. Nobody important, I guess. Oh well, I'll call it a night. As Shira gives up her experiment, police sirens shrill down the street. The police arrive at the spy headquarters. You're a bit late, so I took the liberty of enjoying an argument with these thugs. They're yours now. Here is the Gray Shirt record book, giving the names and addresses of all the members. The Hawkman leaves. I understand he's the Hawkman, a fine example of American manhood, too. Okay. And returns to the aviation laboratory. Claver gas, Fritz Claver of Toledo, Ohio. That means Claver must be in on this. I know for a fact the gas is handled exclusively by Claver himself. Shira found what I wanted, but didn't know it was important. Won't she be peeved when she finds I've gone after Claver alone while she was sleeping? All right, so next up is going to be the Atom.